Hi, my name is Talisha, and today I'll be guiding us through a gentle, slow flow Vinyasa class. In today's class, we'll be doing movements that will gently strengthen and stretch the body, with the goal of leaving class feeling relaxed, but also grounded. For today's practice, you won't need any props. However, if you typically use blocks, feel free to have those close by. You can also use anything sturdy like a block, like maybe a big book, something that you can rest your hand weight on. You can also have a blanket or a bolster or whatever you typically have in your practice close by to pick up if you need it. Let's get started today by sitting up nice and tall with our head right over our collarbone and our collarbone right over our hips. You can take your hands to each knee, having your legs crossed in a way that feels comfortable for you. Hands will be down if you want a little bit more grounding today, or you can have your palms facing up if you'd like to invite in maybe a little magic today or anything positive that the universe has in store for you. So hands up to be receptive and hands down to ground a little bit. Relax your shoulders down away from the ears. Imagine there's a little tiny string pulling the very top of your head up toward the ceiling. You can also imagine there's a brick wall behind you and maybe you're leaning back and resting your shoulder blades into this brick wall. Start to close down the eyes or maybe soften the gaze. And just breathe. And maybe you can let the breath start to expand in the body, taking up more space. Let your inhales be larger and longer, and your exhales feel like a nice release. Maybe you imagine that within each inhale, you're taking in something that you need. And with every exhale, you're letting go of something that you no longer need. Let's continue to focus on the breath by inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 6. We'll do 10 rounds of this breath. Starting on my count now, inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more rounds. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. Inhale 2, 3, 4. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back to your natural breath. And maybe do a scan of the body and notice if there's any place where you're holding on to a little tension. And maybe you can start to breathe into that area, soften that area, and try to let that tension go. You can open your eyes when you're ready. Take your hands out to the sides. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Stretch, stretch, stretch your hands up. Let your palms touch. Exhale, bring the fingers back down by your side. 2 more like that. Inhale, the hands up, up, up. Reach for the ceiling. Exhale, let the hands come back down. Last one. Inhale, the hands come up, the palms touch, getting a nice stretch. Exhale, flutter the fingers down. Now let's inhale, take the hands up overhead. They're parallel. Exhale, bend through the elbows. Take your hands into a cactus shape, a goalpost shape. Push your heart forward. Maybe, just maybe, you tilt your chin slightly up. Inhale, the hands back up, looking forward. Exhale, go pulsing through the hands, cactusing through the arms, pushing the heart forward, maybe tilting the chin up and gazing up. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to cactus. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to cactus. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to cactus. One more. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, stretch through your shoulder blades, hands to cactus. Take your hands back down to your knees and sit back up nice and tall. Let your left hand come outside of your left hip. Inhale, take the right hand up and over. And then exhale, bring your right hand back down. Inhale, take the right hand up and fold over to the left. Exhale, that hand comes back down. One more. Inhale, reach up and over. And exhale, bring your hand back down. You can recross your legs here. Maybe cross them in the other direction. Take the right hand out outside the right hip. Inhale, the left hand comes up and scoops over to the right. Exhale, that hand comes back down. 2 more. Inhale, hand up and over. Exhale, let the hand come down. 1 more. Inhale, the hand up and over. Exhale, let that hand come down. Take your right hand to your right knee and your left hand behind you, almost like a kickstand. Inhale to make sure your spine is straight and tall. Exhale to look over your left shoulder. And inhale again, make sure your spine is nice and straight. And then exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. 1 more breath here. Inhale, having that nice tall spine. Exhale, twisting just the tiniest bit more. Unravel yourself back forward. Take your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you like a kickstand. Inhale, get tall through your spine. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, you're the tallest you've been all week. Exhale, maybe you twist a little deeper. Last one. Inhale, breathe in. Get tall and exhale, look over your right shoulder. Unravel yourself back forward. Take your left foot out to the left side, your left leg out to the left. Those toes are pointing up. Your left hand comes to the top of your left shin. Inhale, take your right hand up and fold over your left leg. Exhale to sit back up and tall with the right hand down. 2 more. Inhale, hand up and over. Exhale, bring that hand back down, moving like a wave. 1 more. Inhale, that hand comes up and over. And exhale, the right hand comes back down. Take your left hand to your right knee, right hand somewhere behind you outside your right hip. Inhale, you're tall. Once again, exhale, look over your right shoulder. And take a breath. Maybe you engage your core here so you can twist a little bit deeper. Make sure you're not gripping into your right knee too much. Soften through your hands, soften through your shoulders. Come back to sitting up nice and tall, sitting forward, and let's do the other side. The right foot comes out to the right, the left foot is inside the lap. The right hand comes to the top of the right shin. Take your left hand out to the side. Inhale, scoop the air up and over toward the right. Exhale, the hand comes back down. 2 more. Inhale, hand up and over. Exhale, bring that hand back down. 1 more. Inhale, the hand up and over. And exhale, the hand comes down. Take your right hand to your left knee now. The left hand behind you again, outside your hip somewhere. Inhale, you're tall through your spine. Exhale, you twist, look over your left shoulder. And take another breath here. Unravel yourself back forward. Take both legs out to a straddle. You only have to have them as open as will feel good in your body. All 10 toes pointing up toward the ceiling. Inhale, the hands come up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward with a flat back, and then let the hands come down. Look out in front of you. Try to keep your neck nice and long and flat. Maybe you can walk your hands even a centimeter more forward. Stretching out our inner thighs here. Let's take another breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. Exhale to fold. One more. Can you walk your hands even the tiniest bit more forward? Inhaling, exhaling, folding forward. Great job. Walk your hands back towards your body. Take your left foot inside your lap and then your right foot out in front of it. And we'll do some stretching for our neck. Take your fingers, interlace your fingers behind your back. And then take your interlaced fingers, your fists, over toward your left hip with your left elbow pointing out to the left. And now let your right ear fall toward your right shoulder, making sure that your right shoulder does not hunch up toward your right ear. And let's take a breath here. And now you can experiment with pointing your chin down at your right thigh and then up at the ceiling and down at your thigh and up at the ceiling, and then one more down at your thigh, up at the ceiling. Let's bring our head through neutral and just let your left ear fall towards your left shoulder, feeling the opposite stretch here and taking a breath. Bring your head back up through neutral. Take your hands near your glutes. Lift your hands up away from your glutes. Push your heart forward. Maybe your chin tilts up. Breathe nice and deeply. Let the energy and the oxygen flow through the body. Let your hands come back down. Take your interlaced fingers over toward your right hip with your right elbow pointing out to the right. And then let your left ear fall toward your left shoulder. And breathe in and out as you feel the sensation in the right side of your neck. Maybe you start to experiment with pointing your chin down towards your left thigh and then up at the ceiling, and then down at your thigh, up at the ceiling, and down at your thigh, and up at the ceiling. Take your head back through neutral, and then just let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder to feel the stretch in the opposite way. Breathing in and out. Bring your head back up through neutral. Take your hands behind your glutes, lift them up. Push your heart forward. Maybe your chin tilts up just a little bit. Let your hands come down. They can find your knees. Swap your legs so now your right foot is inside and your left foot is outside. Your head is nice and tall to start. Now take your chin into your chest space and start to rock your chin side to side, almost like it's a pendulum swinging back and forth, back and forth. Feel the sensation of your neck stretching. Experiment with how big you want this movement to be. Bring your head up through center. Now look over your right shoulder. Just tilt your head so you're looking over your right shoulder. Come back through neutral, look over the left. Come back through neutral, look over the right. Back through neutral, you look over the left. One more. Back through neutral, look over the right. Back through neutral, look over the left. Bring your head back through neutral. Take your shoulders up towards your ears and down your back. Up towards your ears and down your back. Up towards your ears and down your back. Now up towards your ears and down your chest. Up towards your ears and down your chest. One more. Up towards your ears and down your chest. Take your hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. That's prayer position. Press equally into both palms, balancing both sides of the body, and push your heart forward into your thumbs. Fingertips are spread wide. You can close the eyes. Either just take a nice quiet moment for yourself here, or if it's in your practice, start to come up with a resolve for yourself, an intention, something that you want to carry with you off the mat. You can blink your eyes open, let your hands come away from each other, and now let's slowly move into tabletop position. In tabletop, your knees are directly below your hips, the tops of your feet are on the mat, your wrists are directly below your shoulders, the insides of your elbows are pointing forward. You're pressing down into the mat and getting tall through your arms. You're engaging your core, bringing your belly button up towards your spine. The back of your neck is nice and long and flat. You're looking out at the top corner of the mat. Feel this positioning here. And on an inhale, you can start to arch through your spine, lifting your tailbone, pushing your heart forward, lifting your head. This is cow pose, Vinyasa. As you exhale, keep your belly button up toward your spine, dome through your back, bring your spine up toward the ceiling, drop your head, look back at your thighs. This is cat pose. You look like a scary Halloween cat. On an inhale, arch your spine, push your heart forward, lift your tailbone, lift your head. Exhale, push down into your hands as you lift your spine up toward the ceiling, doming through your back, dropping your head. Inhale forward into cow. Exhale, spine up into cat. Now start to make these movements at your own pace, following your own breath. Maybe you pause wherever feels really good, or maybe you start to think of some organic movements you'd like to make. Maybe you'd like to do a figure 8 shape with your spine moving forward and back. Maybe you'd like to do some barrel rolls through your shoulders and your spine, lifting your spine up toward the ceiling and then dropping down toward the mat. Maybe you would just like to rock your hips side to side, follow your breath, and do what will feel best for you here. Try to take about 6 breaths. So 1 inhale and 1 exhale, counting as you're toward your breaths and moving with each inhale and exhale. Do one more breath's worth of movement. Then bring your spine back to neutral, flat back. You can either keep your knees together and sink your hips back toward your heels. They don't have to get anywhere close to your heels. Taking your arms out alongside your body back towards your feet and letting your head be heavy toward the mat. Or you can widen your knees as wide as the mat. Have your big toes touch behind you. Bring your hips back toward your heels. Again, they don't need to touch your heels in any way. Stretching your arms out long in front of you. And maybe your head touches the mat, or maybe your head is just heavy toward the mat. So we're in our child's pose, our balasana, whichever one will work best for you. And if at any point during class you would like to come into this shape, let this shape hold as like a home base for you. You can always come into child's pose at any point and just breathe and take a moment for yourself. Let's take 2 more breaths in this child's pose, your version. And now slowly work your way back up to tabletop position with your knees parallel. And your hands under your wrists. Not your hands under your wrist, your wrists under your shoulders. Step forward with your right foot in between your hands. If you need to, you can widen your legs a little bit to make yourself have a stable base. You want your right knee directly above your right ankle. So start here in this runner's lunge. Your hands can be on blocks, or maybe you're up on tented fingertips like I am. Lift your head, look out in front of you, and take one full breath here. Now use your core strength to lift your hands up and overhead. The pinkies face in toward each other. The palms can be facing back. Drop your shoulders down and away from your ears. And again, widen out your base if that will help you to balance. And we're here in our crescent lunge. Engage your core, relax your shoulders, and let's take a full breath here. Rain your hands back down around to frame your right foot. Push your right hip back until it's in line with your left hip, and push your right foot forward, coming down, planting your heel. Your toes point up toward the ceiling. This is our Ardha Hanumanasana, our half split. With your back nice and flat, looking out in front of you, take a full breath. And now maybe, just maybe, you experiment with bringing your heart a little closer to that leg. You can let your head drop a little bit. See how that feels in your body and take a full breath. Bend back through your right knee. Plant your left hand down next to your right foot and let your right hands come up toward the sky into a twist. Trying to point our fingertips right up at the ceiling. Maybe you look up at your right hand, maybe you look out over your right knee, or maybe you look down at your right foot. Take a full breath here. Bring your right hand down inside your right foot and walk your right foot out to the right corner of the mat. Your heel can be on the mat and your toes off the mat. We're in a lizard variation here. And since this is close to the beginning of class, we'll stay up on our hands, or your hands can come to blocks. If you'd like to come onto the edge of your right foot and let your right knee fall out to the side, that is also an option. We'll take 2 full breaths here. Let your right knee come next to your left knee and take the child's pose of your choice, knees together or knees apart. Take 2 nice, refreshing breaths. Let's take one more actually. And come back up to your tabletop position. Finding your alignment before you let your left foot come in between your hands. Left knee is above your left ankle. Your left toes are pointing out in front of you. Hands are on the floor or on blocks, or maybe you're up on tented fingertips. Raise your head, look out in front of you. Life is good. Take a breath. Now engage your core so that you can lift your hands up and overhead. Drop your shoulder blades down your back. You can widen out your base if that will help with your stability. Looking forward, and take 2 breaths here. Rain your hands back down around your foot. Track your left hip back in space as you stretch your left foot forward, left heel down, left toes up for our Ardha Hanumanasana half split. Hands can be on blocks or you're up on tented fingertips, looking out directly in front of you with a flat back. Relax your shoulders, relax your face, take a breath. Now maybe, just maybe, you experiment with bringing your heart a little closer to that leg. You can let your neck relax, let your head go. Take another breath. Bend back through your left knee. Plant your right hand down next to your left foot and let your left fingers come up toward the ceiling. We're twisting to the left. Take 2 nice breaths here. Now cascade your left hand back down inside your left foot. Walk your left foot over to the left. The heel can stay on the mat and the toes can be off the mat. We're in our lizard lunge, and you can come onto the side of your left foot and let your left knee fall out to the left if that serves you. And take 2 breaths here. Bring your left knee back next to its partner, and then either take your wide knee or knees together, Balasana, your child's pose. Take 3 fulfilling breaths here. Pop yourself back up to tabletop position. Tuck your toes under, and then slowly start to lift one knee and then the other, lifting your hips up toward the ceiling, pointing your glutes at where the ceiling and the wall meet, letting your ears come between your arms, tracking your heart back toward your legs. This is our downward facing dog. Your heels are heavy toward the mat. They don't need to touch the mat. You can start to bend one knee and then the other, getting some nice movement in the legs. The more that you lift your hips, the more weight you'll take out of your wrists. Maybe you shake your head yes, you shake your head no, getting some movement in the neck. The crown of your head is pointing at the mat. Maybe you make some big faces while no one's looking. Get all of the tension out of the muscles in the face. Most important of all, take a nice breath. Take one more breath and then start to look between your thumbs and tiptoe toward the top of the mat. Feet come behind the hands. Bend your knees generously so you can rest your tummy, your abdomen on your thighs. Take your right hand to your left elbow, your left hand to your right elbow, pointing the crown of your head at the mat. You can stay static or start to sway side to side. In our ragdoll, our uttanasana, our standing forward fold. The top of your head, the very top of your head is pointing at the mat, decompressing the back of your neck. Take 2 more breaths. Let your hands drop and then slowly start to stack one vertebrae at a time. Roll up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. The head is the last thing up. And we're in our mountain pose. We have the weight equally into all 4 corners of each foot. So we're not leaning forward and we're not tilting back into our heels. We're rooted down equally. Imagine you're pulling your ankles up towards your kneecaps and your kneecaps up towards your hips. You can engage your core here. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears and down your back. Up towards your ears and down your back. One more. Up towards your ears and down your back. Your palms are facing forward. We'll take a full breath here in our mountain Tadasana. And now we'll do 3 half sun salutations and then 3 full sun salutations. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Let your palms touch. Then spread your hands back out wide to a T shape as you hinge at the hips, folding forward with a flat back until your hands come down toward the floor. You can bend your knees a lot, remember. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Look up with a flat back. Your core is engaged, your neck is nice and long. The next time that you exhale, let your hands come back down toward the floor. Root into the middles of your feet, bend your knees, take your hands back out to the sides. Inhale, come back up to standing tall. Bring your hands to touch over top of your head, maybe pushing your hips forward. And then exhale, take your hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. Let's do just like that 2 more times. Inhale, the hands come up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, widen the arms, swan dive forward. Inhale, hands to shins. Look up with a flat back for our Ardha Uttanasana, our half forward fold. The next time you exhale, the hands come back down. Bend through the knees, take your hands out wide. Inhale, stand up tall. Hands touch at the top. Maybe you push your hips forward and take a little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one like this. Inhale, hands up. Exhale to swan dive forward. Inhale, hands to shins. Look up with a flat back. Hands can also come to blocks. Exhale, the hands come down. Root into the feet. Inhale to stand up tall. Maybe take your little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take a full breath here. And now we'll add on a vinyasa flow. We'll be doing tabletop to cobra. But if you have in your practice where you'd like to do chaturanga and up dog, please do so. This is your practice. I'm just a guide. Inhale, the hands come up overhead, the palms touch. Exhale to swan dive forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look up with a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees a lot, take your hands to the floor, step back to plank. Wrists are directly below the shoulders, take a full breath in plank. Lower the knees and untuck the toes. Bend your elbows back toward your body, send your heart down to the earth, and your chin touches the floor. Press down to the tops of your feet so much that your kneecaps come up. On an inhale, raise your chest, raise your chin, raise your head. Elbows are in tight to the sides of your body for Bhujangasana, cobra pose. On an exhale, lower your chest back down to the earth. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips for downward dog. Let's take a breath in down dog. Inhale to look between your thumbs and start to walk toward the top of the mat, feet to hands. Exhale here. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, the hands come down. Root into the feet. Inhale to stand up strong. Maybe take your mini back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, take the hands down, step back to plank. Take a full breath. Lower your knees. Lower your heart. Elbows are in tight to the sides of the body. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, lift your head. Press your feet down for cobra. Exhale to lower everything down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Take a full breath in down dog. Look between your thumbs and start to walk toward the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, the hands come down. Bend the knees, root into the feet. Inhale, stand up strong. Hands touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do 1 more sun salutation. You're doing such an amazing job. Inhale, hands up. Exhale to swan dive. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank. Take a full breath in your plank. Lower the knees. Lower the heart. Inhale up to cobra. Remember to press the feet down. Exhale to lower. Inhale up to tabletop. Exhale to downward dog. Take a full breath in your dog, making any movements that'll feel good. Look between your thumbs and find your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, the hands come down. Root into the feet. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Close the eyes and let's take 2 full breaths here. Open the eyes. Hands come back down by your sides, facing forward for our Tadasana. Inhale, take the hands up overhead, the palms touch. Push your hips forward. Exhale to swan dive. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, the hands come down. Step back to down dog. Inhale, take the right foot up toward the ceiling. Exhale, bend your right knee under the chest. Bring your right foot forward. It might take a few more steps to get your foot between your hands. Your left knee is up. Your left heel is up off the mat. Inhale, take the hands up overhead. Those pinkies point into each other. This is our high lunge. Relax your shoulders down your back. Take a breath. Now inhale, reach your fingertips up toward the ceiling. Exhale, cactus through your arms. Push your heart forward, maybe. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to cactus. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to cactus. One more. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to cactus. Let your hands come down to frame your right foot. The left hand plants, the right hand comes up. We're once again in a twist. Take a breath. Let your right hand come down. Step your right foot back to plank. Lower your knees. Lower your heart. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Take a full breath here. Look between your thumbs and walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, the hands come down, root into the feet. Inhale, stand up strong. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take a full breath here. Let's take one more. Open the eyes, hands come back to Tadasana. Feel yourself supported and strong. Inhale, the hands up overhead, the palms touch. Exhale to swan dive. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, the hands come down, step back to down dog. Let your left leg come up toward the ceiling. Bend through your left knee. Start to step your left foot forward between your hands. Your right knee is up, your right heel is up. Inhale, take your hands up overhead. Pinkies pointing toward each other. High lunge, take a breath. Inhale, reach your fingers up toward the ceiling. Exhale, cactus the arm. Inhale, hands up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, cactus. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Start to bring your hands down to frame your left foot. The right hand plants, the left hand goes up. Take a breath in your twist. Let your left hand come back down. Step your left foot back to plank and take a full breath in your plank. Let your knees come down, untuck your toes. Bend through your elbows, send your heart down. Elbows are in tight to the sides of the body. Inhale to raise the chest and the chin for cobra. Exhale to lower down. Inhale up to tabletop. And exhale to downward dog. Take a full breath in your down dog. Look between your thumbs and slowly walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, hands come down. Root into the feet. Inhale, stand up strong. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take 2 breaths here. Open your eyes, come back to your Tadasana. Feel the weight in each foot. Feel grounded. Feel great. Take your hands to your hips. We want to make sure that our hips are both in line. So we're not leaning to one side, we're not leaning to the other side. We're standing with both hips facing forward, like the headlights of a car. Starting on our right foot and coming into warrior 1, take a medium-sized step back with your right foot. Bending through your left knee and place your right foot down so that your right toes are pointing at the top corner, right corner of the mat, almost in a 45-degree angle. Now look down and make sure your left kneecap is pointing at the top left corner of the mat and that your hips are still in line. If you feel as if you can widen out your stance a little bit, you can start to creep your left foot forward, keeping your left knee above your left ankle. Take your hands up overhead. Palms are facing in toward each other, shoulders are down and relaxed down your back for our warrior 1. Taking a nice breath. Now take your hands in front of your heart. Start to bend yourself forward so you're looking down at your left toe. Creep your right foot in and in until you can lift your right heel up to the height of your right hip. And your body kind of looks like a T. If you're wobbly, that's okay. That's life. I'm wobbly too. You're looking down in front of you, not crunching up through your neck. This is your warrior 3. Using all of your core strength, start to stand up straight with your right knee out in front of you at the height of your right hip. Take a nice breath here, and then let that foot come down. Shake it all out. It's gotten really hot in New York, and I'm very sweaty. All right, hands come back to the hips. Your hips are in line. You feel strong and supported. You know that anything you want to do is within your power. Engage your core and take a medium-sized step back with your left foot, bending through your right knee, making sure you can get your left heel down. Point your left toes at the top left corner of the mat, and then make sure your right kneecap is pointing at the top right corner of the mat. Hips should still be in line. If you'd like to widen your stance, maybe you creep your right foot a little bit farther forward, keeping the knee above the ankle and making sure the knee is not collapsing inward, but that it's still pointing out at the top right corner of the mat. Take your hands up and overhead and parallel. Engage your lower core and breathe. Take your hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. Start to tilt yourself forward so you're looking down at your right big toe. Start to come up onto your left toes and creep your left foot in until you can raise it up to the height of the hip with your toes pointing down. You're leaning forward, you're looking out in front of you. This is your warrior 3. If you're wobbly, that's normal, that's life. Engage all of your core muscles so that you can come to standing up tall with your left knee in front of you at the height of your left hip. Take a breath. And then let your left foot come down and shake it out. Wonderful job. Let's do half of a sun salutation to get down to the mat and start to cool down and wind down. Inhale, hands up overhead, the palms touch. Exhale, widen the hands and fold forward with a flat back. Inhale, hands to shins, look up with a flat back. Exhale, the hands come down, step back into down dog. You can pedal out the feet. Once again, shake your head yes, shake your head no. Make any movements in this down dog that will feel wonderful to you. Catch your breath, breathing in and out deeply. And then slowly start to bring one knee and then the other down to the mat. Either widen the knees as wide as the mat or keep the knees together. Take the child's pose of your choice. And we'll take about 4 breaths in this child's pose. Walk your hands back towards your body, sitting up tall on your heels, and then take your legs out to one side so that you can sit down on your glutes and take your legs out long in front of you. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, falling forward with a flat back. Let your hands come down to the mat or maybe to your ankles, or maybe they're up closer by your thighs. Keep your head up and tall, looking at your toes. And take another breath here in your Paschimottanasana. Sit up nice and tall. Take your right foot inside your left thigh. Your right knee comes out to the right. Scooch around. Make sure both glutes are flat down on the mat. Inhale, the hands come up. Exhale to fold forward. And breathe. Looking at your toes. Sit back up nice and tall. Let's stretch the right leg out and take the left foot inside the right thigh. Scooch around, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, the hands up. Exhale, point your belly button at your right knee and then fold over your right leg. And breathe in and out. Sit back up and tall. Take your left leg out to meet the right, and then come to lying down on your back with your feet planted and your knees pointing up toward the ceiling. Cross your right ankle across your left thigh, making sure that your right ankle is not pressing into your left knee in any way. You can take your right hand and press it into your right thigh, just pushing your right knee away from you nice and gently. If you'd like a little bit more of a stretch, start to lift your left foot up. Take your hands behind your left thigh, pull your left leg and thus your right leg closer to your chest. Both knees are bent at 90 degrees. Both ankles are flexed and all 10 toes are pointing up toward the ceiling. Pull your legs closer to your chest. Maybe you even use your right elbow to press into your right thigh, get a little bit more of a stretch. Let's take 2 more breaths here. You can let your left foot come down if you raised it. Uncross your right ankle, walk your feet as wide as the mat, and start to windshield wiper through your knees. Bring your legs back into parallel, hips distance apart. Take your left foot across your right thigh, making sure you're not pressing into your right kneecap. You can take your left hand and just push it into your left thigh, gently guiding your knee away from you, getting a hip stretch that way. Or if you'd like more of a stretch, start to lift your right foot up. Take your hands behind your right thigh, pointing all 10 toes up at the ceiling. Pull your legs closer to your chest and take about 2 breaths. You can let your right foot come down, uncross your left ankle, and bring both knees into your chest. Let your hands come out to a T shape or a cactus shape, and then let your knees fall over to the right. Maybe you can take your gaze over to the left. Take about 3 breaths here. Bring your knees back into your chest space before you let them fall over to your left, and maybe the gaze comes over your right shoulder. You can start to close down the eyes here, getting quiet, getting calm. Take a breath. Take 3 breaths. Bring your knees back into your chest space. You can give them a nice little squeeze. If you have happy baby in your practice, you can widen your knees as wide as your shoulders. Reach your hands inside your legs so you can grab the outsides of your feet, or keep your hands behind your thighs. Stack your ankles over your knees. Keep your tailbone flat on the mat, flexing through your feet and coming into your happy baby. And make any movements in your happy baby that'll feel good. Maybe you kick one leg and then the other. Maybe you just rock side to side. Again, your hands can just be behind your thighs with your ankles over your knees. Take a couple of nice, fulfilling breaths here. And now slowly start to stretch both legs up toward the ceiling. Flexing through your feet. If you have a block, you can place it under your tailbone. And we'll just have this nice waterfall pose, reversing our circulation. Just let it feel really good. And we'll be here for about 4 breaths. Slowly start to bend your right knee, plant your right foot down on the mat, and then bend your left knee and place your left foot down on the mat. You can stretch your right leg out long on the mat and your left leg out long on the mat. And it's time for our savasana. This is where we get nice and still and quiet and let the benefits of all the poses we just did start to take shape in the body. You can do this by lying down on your mat, having your feet flopping open, maybe draping yourself in a blanket or putting pillows under you, or you can sit up nice and tall. Let your hands come out by the sides of your hips with your palms facing out, up. Your feet can be flopping out to the sides. Again, any props that you want to have on or under you sound good to me. Tuck your chin into your chest so the entire back of your neck is coming down toward the mat. I will sit up now and hold space for you to relax. Start to imagine that relaxation is like a wave at the beach. You're lying there on the sand, and this wave of relaxation starts to wash up over your feet and your ankles. It washes up over your calves and your shins. It washes up over your knees and your thighs. It washes up over your hips in your lower back and your stomach. Everything is so relaxed. It washes up over your heart. It washes over your right arm and your left arm. This wave of relaxation washes over your shoulders and over your neck and your jaw. Maybe you gently part your teeth and let the tongue come away from the roof of your mouth. It washes over your ears that hear so much negativity. It washes over your eyes that see so much negativity, and it washes all that negativity away. Finally, this wave of relaxation washes up over your thinking mind, and for the next few quiet moments, you just focus on your inhales and your exhales and let yourself feel serene and calm and well taken care of. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back into your body from wherever it floated off to. Bring some movement back into your body by wiggling through your fingers, wiggling through your toes, maybe rocking your head side to side on the mat, getting any additional tension left in the neck out of the body once and for all. Moving so slowly, taking your time and being kind to yourself, bring one knee and then the other into your chest space. You can wrap your arms around your shins or place one hand on one knee and the other hand on the other knee. Just bring your legs closer. Give yourself a nice hug. Thank yourself for taking time to make it onto the mat today. Continuing to move slowly, start to let your knees fall over to the side of your choice and come down to lying on that side in a fetal position. Take one more quiet moment for yourself, or if you set a resolve or intention at the beginning of class, bring it to mind again now. Know that the universe is conspiring to help you with whatever you decided you want to do. Keeping your eyes closed as long as possible, start to push into your hands until you can push yourself up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Take your hands out by your sides. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Let the palms touch. Exhale, let the hands come back down. 2 more like that. Inhale, stretch your hands up. The palms touch. Exhale, flutter your fingers down. 1 more. Inhale, the hands come up. Palms touch. Exhale, flutter the fingers down. Take your hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, pressing your heart forward into your thumbs. Thank you for your beautiful practice today. I hope you feel a little stronger and a little bit more relaxed. The inner light in me honors and respects the inner light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Thank you again for your practice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.